Purchase your tracks today.
Hey, it's Wellness Wednesday. Hey. No, I'm playing with you. But it is Wellness Wednesday. How are you doing today, love? I think I did this the last one, but every time I go live, I pull a deck except for on Wellness Wednesdays. And I was like, I don't know why I stopped with y'all. Probably because I started this after I was on Wellness Wednesdays. So to get y'all in with the vibes, I'm going to pull cards. But I also want to read today because Spirit was just like getting on my soul today. I'm reading the book, The Power of Now. And if y'all have not read this book, go ahead and get your life together. Go ahead and do that. If you need to find the link, if you click the link in my bio, you'll see Cherrette's morning rituals. I believe it says. I need to check what that says. I keep saying that on camera, and I don't know if it's true. I really don't. I don't know if it's true. Let me see. Anyway, so if you click that, you can get this book on Amazon. It is so, like, it's so beautiful. This is the first time I've had to read a book like literally in chunks. It says My Morning Ritual. I cannot read more than like 3-4 pages at a time because you be having to like take it in. So, but it's life-changing. If you don't know me, my name is Cherrette. Ding. I'm a holistic health coach and I help Black entrepreneurs. Woo! Excuse me. I had raspberries earlier and it's like the seeds just don't leave your mouth. Why ain't nobody tell me that? I should have strained them out. Anyway, I help Black entrepreneurs create generational health. And I do that by bridging the gap between the language of the brain and body and spirituality. So I'm going to pull a card and see what Spirit has to say for our session today. What's going on? What is going on? What you got for us? Let's see. I'm pulling from Work Your Light Oracle deck. Ooh, I love this card. Work Your Light Oracle deck. Again, if you want this, the link is in my bio under my morning rituals. This is one of my favorite cards. And it goes with what I'm going to read. Answer the call. I love this card. I should also know where it is in my book now. Thank you. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It may be scary. It may not make sense. But if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's call is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance, honey. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Don't know what you feel, baby. I'm dressed, baby. I'm in a singing mood today, y'all. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they will take their first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. Intuition don't work like that, cuz. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. But honey, you ain't most people. The book says so. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling right now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it's leading. Did you catch that? It said you don't even need to know where it's leading. Well, damn. You just need to answer the phone, okay? You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. Nobody. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from nobody. 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 Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering our soul call, the more important it is for your soul's growth. So if you're resisting it, it's probably really important for you to grow. What is your soul calling you to do? That is beautiful. So that's what the card looks like. Answer the call. That's what Spirit's saying. So you might as well just pick up the phone and answer the call. All right. So that was our card for today. And that's cool because I did not even pull this AM. All right. So whew, I hope you drink some water too, because it's real out here. So I've been dealing a lot with pain. Because I got into an oregano oil incident in June or July. And I thought that, excuse me, I'm sharing this. I thought that I was taking a tincture, but really I was taking oregano oil, and it didn't go well. So since then, I've been dealing with a lot of pain in my small intestines. And it was under control, so I thought. And so I began to fast, but in general, my body's been off, like really off. So I've been fighting it. I've been resisting it. Just like it said, if you are resisting something, you need to lean into, because it's exactly what you need to grow, right? That's what this pain's been for me. It's really been it's just been hard, because one of the things for me is that I'm a holistic health coach. Okay. I literally coach people to be healthier. And so sitting over here in pain, I'm thinking like, how am I going to deal with this? So I finally leaned into my resistance, and I went to my holistic doctor, and she gave me a list. Okay. Do you hear me? A list. So I have a benign tumor. I have bacteria in my gut. My heart valve is weakened. The muscles to my heart are weakened. I have a thyroid issue. My thyroid's not balanced. I have parasites in my colon. I have shellfish in my colon, which is crazy because I have not eaten shellfish in 6 or 7 years. I think that's it. There was some other stuff. Anyway, she gave me a protocol, and basically I have 8 supplements I have to take for the next 2 months. But here's the thing about holistic doctors that are different from Western medicine. In Western medicine, they be guessing. You go in there and they like, maybe this will work, or maybe this won't, they dibble dabble. So you kind of leave confused. With my holistic doctor, I'm not like, her telling me all this, it wasn't like a death sentence for me. It was like, oh, yay, now I know what's wrong and we can fix it, So I'm excited about it. But it really took me getting over that hump of the pain and asking for help. And so now that I have asked for help, I have a fun, I'm gonna just say it's fun, 2 to 3 month protocol in front of me, where every time I wake up, every time I eat, every time I go to sleep, I have to take a medicine. And this will get rid of all the issues. So I wanted to read you the power of now, because that's been happening since Saturday. And I woke up and it was talking about pain. And I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, somebody needs to hear it. And that somebody is you. All right. So if you have this book, I'm on page 33. I'm on page 33. Threes are like my number. All right. Create no more pain in the present is what it's called. Nobody's life is entirely free of pain and sorrow. Isn't it a question of learning to live with them rather than trying to avoid them? This is the question that someone's asking to the author. His answer: the greater part of human pain is unnecessary. It is self created as long as the unobserved mind runs your life. The pain that you create now is always some form of non acceptance, some form of unconscious resistance to what is. On the level of thought, this resistance is some form of judgment. On the emotional level, it is some form of negativity. The intensity of the pain depends on the degree of resistance to the present moment. And this in turn depends on how strongly you are identified with your mind. The mind always seeks to deny the now and to escape from it. In other words, the more you are identified with your mind, the more you suffer. Or you may put it like this: the more you are able to honor and accept the now, the more you are free of pain or suffering and free of the egoic mind. So I want to stop there for a second because, and I'm going to relate this to, I want to relate this to what I'm going through because it's so much easier a lot of times to see it in someone else rather than yourself. And I don't know what you're going through. Unless you would like to tell me, you can always comment and tell me what you're going through. But so yeah, the pain that I was in, it was from the oregano oil. It was, my body hasn't been right since. And I felt that. I knew that. I hadn't been getting up early like I usually do. And so it says on the level of thought, the resistance is some form of judgment. So for thought, I was judging myself because I was like, how is it that I can have all of these things wrong with me and I'm a holistic health coach? Like, I know all the things. Like, even since I've shared this moment in my life, like, people feel the need to give me all of this information. And it's like, I've been doing the things, like, and people shouldn't give information in general a lot of times because, like, people could kill people. Anyway, that's another story. I've been getting some horrible advice. Anyway, but the advice is not what I need. You know what I'm saying? I need someone who can give me a whole picture because I've been doing things bit by bit, right? So I need to go to someone who can help me. And I was judging myself because I help people in this way. I was like, why can't I help myself? And so that was bringing me pain. The fact that I was not able to save myself, if you will, because I do this for a living. And so that made me resist what was in the present moment. What the present moment really is was like, girl, you got a holistic doctor, just call her, right? But it's been months. It's been since June, and I'm just now contacting her in November. You see what I'm saying? So that thought of judgment to myself brought me pain because she's been there all along. Everything that she told me, it makes so much sense of what I'm going through. And I'm so happy. I am ecstatic to do my protocol. But the thing is I needed something specifically for me. I was going to do this other detox, and I was going to take this I'm not going to say the name of it. Anyway, I was going to take this detox that I know that works, and it's like full of like barks and bitters and things, and I know it works and it detoxes, but that wasn't specifically what was wrong with me. And it would have felt good for a certain period of time, but then I would have came back to the same thing. I have fasted twice since this has happened, and I felt great, and I felt uncloudy, and I did all the things, and then it would come right back. And so I just knew after the third time that it was something deeper. And so that specific judgment to myself has held me in pain for what, June, July, August, September, October, no, 6 months. 6 months. Because being in judgment is what brought the pain. It wasn't what was actually going on. And then it says, on the emotional level, pain is some form of negativity. So that thought was that it would be a negative thing that I would, because I'm pretty open, right? Like if you go on my Instagram page, if you talk with me on Wellness Wednesdays, when stuff is going on in my life, a lot of times I do wait until I get through it. This time, not so much, but I'm pretty open. I'm an open book. And I do that because I believe that people want to work with real people. And so I don't want to say I feel obligated to be open with my clients, but I mean, in a sense, I do. Like, you want to know who you're working with. I don't want to come on here and like teach people stuff and act like I'm a fucking guru. Like, I'm a human. I shit just like you, and I eat just like you, and I was 350 pounds, just like some of you. I used to eat at buffets. Like, I'm human. And I love to share that with you because I know that a lot of the things that I go through, I'm not alone. But the negativity was for me to, again, be in a situation, I created a negative vibe around it. No one yet has cared that I've told. No one. I didn't lose any clients. I actually got a new booking, but I didn't lose any clients. I thought my clients were going to be like, oh no, she's not the one. She's over there. She got thyroid issues. You know what I'm saying? But I was transparent, and somebody was like, I like that, and booked me. You know what I'm saying? So it's the negativity and the energy around that was definitely something that was formed in my mind. So that's what he means. If you get away from that and you come to the present moment, in the present moment, I am grateful because now I have the solution to all of this. So all of my pain, my bodily pain, my mind, all of this pain that I've been putting myself through, I now have a solution and I don't feel bad about it. So I wanted to relay that as far as my world and what he was saying here. There is something in your life that you have pain behind. You might have negative thinking behind it. You're in judgment of yourself behind it, and it's causing you pain. So I just want you to think about it in that way and let that shit go because it causes disease like crazy. All right. So it says, why does the mind habitually deny or resist the now? Which is the gratitude for having the solution in my case, right? And the answer is because it cannot function and remain in control without time. Now, this was getting deep for me. I was like, wait, what? So I'll finish reading it. Because it cannot function and remain in control without time, which is past and future. So it perceives the timeless now as threatening. Time and mind are, in fact, inseparable. Imagine the earth devoid of human life, inhibited only by plants and animals. Would it still have a past and a future? Could we speak of time in meaningful way? The question, what time is it? Or what's the date today? If anyone were there to ask it, would be quite meaningless. The oak tree or the eagle would be bemused by such a question. What time, they would ask? Well, of course, it's now. The time is now. What else is there? So it's really, when you're in the present, there's nothing else to do right here and right now other than be grateful. Because if you bring your thoughts present to the now, you can't harp on what's happened to you. And you can't harp on what might happen to you that hasn't already. Yes, we need the mind as well as time to function in this world, but there comes a point where they take over our lives. And this is where dysfunction, pain, and sorrow set in. The mind, to ensure that it remains in control, it seeks continuously to cover up the present moment with past and future. And so, as the vitality and infinite creative potential of being, which is inseparable from the now. Hey, it becomes covered up by time. Your true nature becomes obscured by the mind. Hey, girl, how you doing? I'm on camera. Okay.
Who you're talking to?
The people in the internet. I'm reading them a book. I'll come say hi when I'm done.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
All right. An increasingly heavy burden of time has been accumulating in the human mind. All individuals are suffering under this burden, but they also keep adding to it in every moment whenever they ignore or deny the precious moment or reduce it to a means of getting to some future moment. Ooh, all individuals are suffering under this burden, but they also keep adding to it every moment whenever they ignore or deny the precious moment or reduce it to a means of getting to some future moment which only exists in the mind, never in actuality. That's deep. The accumulation of time in the collective and individual human mind also holds a vast amount of residual pain from the past. If you no longer want to create pain for yourself and others, if you no longer want to add to the residue of past pain that still lives on in you, then don't create any more time, or at least no more than is necessary to deal with the practical aspects of your life. How to stop creating time? Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Whereas before you dwelt in time and paid brief visits to the now, have your dwelling place be in the now and pay brief visits to the past and future. When required to deal with the practical aspects of your life situation, always say yes to the present moment. What could be more futile, more insane than to create inner resistance to something that already is? What could be more insane than to oppose life itself, which is now and always now? Surrender to what is. Say yes to life and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. My mind has been blown by this concept because think about this. If you're always in the now, your trauma cannot matter. The reason why our trauma matters in our life is because we're holding on to it. And so I'm just, going back to the situation. If I'm in the present moment of right now, I'm able to listen to my body and say, you know what, something's not right. Let me go to my doctor in the now. But my mind was connected to my experience at the time, and I was living in the future, right? Oh, if I go to the doctor and they say this, what will my client say? What will Instagram think about me? You know, what does this mean for whoop-de-whoop? So basically, we take experiences and we think about what's going to happen in the future that's not real, or we attach it to the past, which was real but doesn't have to be anymore. For instance, if you have a father, for instance, who beats you, that is traumatic as fuck, okay? And I'm not here to not say that your trauma is not real. However, your nervous system has to detach from the trauma in order to feel safe, right? Now, how we as humans do that is we process through it, but a lot of the times we don't know how to process our emotions or what happened to us as children. So we go into our adult lives with this trauma that we don't even know we're holding on to. Well, when we finally do process it, we're able to let go of the emotions surrounding those events in the now, right? Because in the now, your father is not beating you. In the now, no one's lying to you. In the now, nothing's happening to you for the most part, you know? Even if you have, for instance, like I had an ex-lover and y'all, I thought my life was ending when we broke up. But I look back at it and I was blaming him for everything. I was like, he's not treating me right. He's being an asshole. I can't believe him. If he would just listen, we could stay together. It's all his fault. That was my whole vibe, right? Well, now that I look back on it, I wasn't showing him love and affection. I honestly didn't give a fuck about how he felt about things. I wasn't a safe space for him. I didn't care. I was like, are you paying the rent? Because if not, you need to shut the fuck up and go work and pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have for him. Like, that's it. I stopped cooking for him. I stopped giving him the cooter cats. I wasn't loving to him. Even when he did go get money and work, I was like, that's it. That's not funny. But it's real. You know what I'm saying? In the time, I could have been like, you know, oh, a man needs to work and pay the rent. But also, he had things going on. And if I would have been more of a team member, maybe we could have got through it smooth sailing a little bit. It was choppy waters. You know what I'm saying? But we have to learn. You know what I'm saying? I had no empathy for him in that situation. I was self centered. And that's not to say that what I was feeling was wrong, but when we're not communicating clearly what is going on with us, it's probably because we're living in the past or the future. A lot of the times I didn't talk to him because I was scared of what was going to happen. I was scared to say something because he might shut down and not talk, or he, you know, like he might be too calm. Like I 50 billion things in my head, right? So when you're doing that, when you're harping on something that happened before and that's stopping you from doing something right now, or you're harping on something that's in the future that hasn't even happened right now, you're causing yourself pain. That, my love, is where pain comes from. And if you want to get rid of pain in your life, you get real present with what is going on right now and turn into gratitude. Have gratitude for the present moment that you're in right now. Right now. That's the power of now. All right? The power of now. I hope you enjoyed that. Go follow me right here. You see Just Be Healthy Now. That's my tag on Instagram, excuse me. Go follow me there. This Friday, I'm having a Black Friday sale. You can coach with me for an hour for $57. I typically charge $197 for that. So you can do that for $57. I also have a masterclass bundle that'll be on sale for $17, and it'll teach you what a habit is, how the habit affects your brain, how you can create healthy habits, and how you can stop habits that aren't healthy for you. So you'll learn that through 4 masterclass, and I'll give you the outline of my notes. So that'll go on sale for $17. And also, we have 40% off of all of our herbal supplements. We have organic ashwagandha, organic CBD oil, chlorella, Ceylon cinnamon, and our bestseller, our natural energy blend. If you need natural energy, go get it. Buy me out, folks, because we are getting rid of the energy blend at the end of December. It is gone. All right. So if you want it, get it now because we're taking it off the shelves. I want to focus more on nurturing the nervous system, and our energy blend gives you a lot of energy, honey. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily align with the nurturing aspect. So that's the only reason why it is coming off the shelves, because it's literally our #1 bestseller. Have to make decisions, right? So thank you so much for joining in. Every time you join me, it is so sacred to me. So I really appreciate your energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful week. Whatever you're celebrating, celebrate the fuck out of that shit. And I hope you have a day that is just as beautiful as you. And I will see you next week, same time, same place on Wellness Wednesdays.